Okay folks, this one's been lying around for a while. I got it from an op shop. I don't know why I never used it, but I don't have much choice of objects now because the lockdown is in progress in Sydney, and as a consequence, the op shops are all closed, so I can't get much access to bric-a-brac and other clothing items, to name a couple of items that I'd normally gain access to through buying them at op shops. So I'm really disappointed it's had to come to this, but COVID-19, especially the Delta variant, is indeed extremely vicious, and it's really highly contagious, this Delta variant. So there's been no other option but to lock us down for 2 weeks, but it looks like it's going to be extended. We don't seem to be making as much progress as we'd like. Anyway, what are we going to use? We're going to use this. Looks like some kind of pencil case, but basically I'm really disappointed, folks, that things have had to come to this. But what else can we do but follow the rules and regulations in the hope that we will overcome this outbreak. It feels like the lockdown's going to go on for months. It just doesn't feel like it's ever going to end. Anyone, folks, ever had that a feeling about something bad, that it's never going to end? And this looks really nice. This weavy little pattern looks really nice. So it's really quite discouraging when you watch the news and you hear that 35 new cases of COVID locally acquired, and you just feel it's never going to end. You get this horrible feeling, folks, like it's never going to end. It's indefinite. It's like when you've done something supposedly naughty and your parents lock you in your bedroom and you just don't know when the fuck they're going to open the door. And that's how it feels. It feels like you've just been locked in your bedroom, and it's like you're not going to know when it's going to lift, if it's going to lift. I'm trying to remain optimistic, folks. Anyway, that looks really quite nice. Wondering if we're going to just use that and enlarge it, maybe stretch it across 200%, maybe. Looks good. But yeah, you just get the feeling it's never going to end. Like you're locked in your bedroom and you don't know when your parents are going to let you out. It's that horrible feeling that you get with the pandemic. Oh, of course, you can do shopping and you're allowed, exercise. But I'm thinking of the actual pandemic itself. I'm not actually thinking so much in itself the rules, but it's necessary, folks. We have to accept lockdown because currently it's the only way we can crush this illness. The upside of it is that more people have decided to get vaccinated. So I'm really glad that's one of the things I like about this. If there's anything to like, folks, lockdowns are not likable things, but one of the things I like is that people are finally getting the courage to reach out and get vaccinated. Apparently for one week we reported more than 1 million cases of people being vaccinated. So I feel like clapping my hands for those people for doing that, for contributing to a brighter future away from this pandemic. So I'm really happy to hear that people have decided to brave it and get vaccinated. I'm really happy, folks. I'm really happy. That's one of the upshots of this lockdown, is people are thinking twice about holding off. You know, I know the AstraZeneca has been associated with blood clots and shit like that, but I actually read an article at my GP's office that said if you get COVID, you're more likely to get a blood clot from COVID than from Astra, or AstraZeneca. I like to shorten things a little bit, folks. But you're more likely to cop a blood clot if you get the disease, if you get the pandemic. It's the coronavirus itself. So think about it, folks. It's worth weighing up the pros and cons. But I'm really happy to hear that people are putting demand for the vaccination. So that I'm really pleased, and I'm hoping more people will get vaxxed as we go. This is really interesting. I don't know how this is going to look, but sometimes when I use my intuition, things work out better than they normally, like I'd expect them to, better than I do. Let's see if this one's turned up a treat. Yeah, that looks interesting. It's not the greatest. I think now we can call this demo quits.